Is
So no
it
issue.
visible, sir?
Yes.
Sir, here in fourth line, this while contains. Here I'm getting error, sir.
Jesse, what is this contains? Is it a function?
Yes, sir. It's taking the parameters of this ID of that file that we are referring to, the Rhinex file and the string.
I'm asking that what is contains. Have you made any function like this contains, or is it a predefined function in MATLAB?
Predefined.
No, but in this code it is showing it is saying that undefined function contains. So in your search box, is write contains. Let's see what it do. True if image contains points in world coordinates. Mm, do one thing, Jayashree.
Sir.
In your command window,
Sir.
yes. So in your command window, just write this line contains d1 str. Let's see what it is.
DL.
No, no, the issue is not DL. The issue is the undefined function contains. What is the version of your MATLAB?
Sir, 2016.
And the contains function was given at what time? I think it was given in
Sir,
70.
Sir, in current folder, upload the file that you are sending in chat box, sir. then it will be run.
No. What are you saying?
Sir, in current folder, sir,
Yes.
upload the file that you are sending last time, sir. You are sending last time. Yes, sir.
This one, 97 Jan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 97J. Upload that file.
No. What I'm saying in
Sir,
your
actually,
case.
same problem occur in my code also, sir. First, go to home. Just we first go to home and upload folder.
No, you have installed this MATLAB in your system, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
You installed this in your system. Where you have saved this file, finex rinex underscore file.m.
Sir, it is in my downloads. Direct.
And where is that folder? 97 Jan. It is C users, Jastri.
Sir,
Just do one thing. Just run it line by line. Run the first line, FID. Don't include that semicolon. Okay, first line is okay. Then run the second line. Second, yes, second is also okay. No. This is a loop. Just select contains.
I didn't get
Just
it,
select
sir.
contains. Only contains. Uh, it means that contains function is not in MATLAB, not in any MATLAB path. Okay. One second.
I think this line meaning is that the contains function cannot be taken for char type input arguments.
No. Characters are given in the input. Just write contains on in the command window. Write it, select it, then press Control D. No, there's no function in your MATLAB by name of contains at right now. I think yours one is 2016 version, and contains function was included into 2017 version. One thing you can do,
Sir?
uh, you have to download the content function. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you can place it here in the bin folder. Then you can access it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So Alok Kumar, please share your screen. Please run the code. Total number of satellites are 350. What was the question?
Sir, up to 50 line, uh, what are the total number of satellite?
No, I think I had said you have to store how many number of satellites are present till 50 epochs. I'm not asking about total number. You have to show me like in the first epoch it is 7, in the second epoch it is 7, like this.
Sir, is this the questions? I have to print this only 777
Yes.
up to 50.
This you have to extract and store for you. So if you want to plot, like you want to see what is the plot for next 15 epochs, how many satellites were present, you can plot it. You can see that these numbers of satellites are present in 50 epochs.
Means 50.
At the place of adding, you have to just store its numbers in a variable.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Try to do that. And Arun Kumar Sani,
Yes, sir.
please share screen.
सर मैं रिकनेक्ट करके फिर से आपको इन्फॉर्म करता हूँ सर कि
Okay.
आ रहा है।
Till then, Ruchi Divedi.
Wait, sir.
Ruchi, please share screen.
Yes, sir. Wait, sir. कर रहे sir. Sir.
Okay, please run. So have you copied this code from Arun or anyone?
Yes, sir. I got this.
Okay, please explain your code.
Yes, sir.
Please explain your code. Can you explain it or not?
No, sir. Actually, sir, I have copied this.
Last time what I had said to you. No
Sir,
issue you
actually,
copy, but you have to understand how it works, and you
sir,
have to
actually,
explain it.
sir, this code was not running last 2-3 days, sir. Actually, today I am asking someone to how to run this, sir. That's why.
That's it. Okay, but if you don't know how this code is working, if you don't know how it is extracting information from the file, so then what does it mean to you? Whatever we are doing in this lab is just to teach like how you can use MATLAB for extracting information of file to play with the Rhinex file. This is what you all have to learn. But if you are copying, that is okay. If you are not able to write, you are not able to understand, but you are copying, okay. But you should know how it works. This is not the way, huh? Okay, it's 15:27 at 4. You have to explain how it works, okay?
Okay, sir.
You have half an hour that just understand what is function fopen, what is fgetl, what is contains, what information it takes, okay?
Okay, sir.
सर शेयर करूँ सर स्क्रीन अरुण सर
Yes, please share screen.
मेरे कोड में कुछ एरर भी नहीं चाहिए थे
Okay, so what are you getting?
सर नथिंग सर जस्ट ब्लैंक इवन
So you're getting nothing, huh? Arun.
Sir.
So first, please explain this code. Okay. Yes. And what is the answer you are getting?
And even I run the code, I didn't get any answer, like blank. Even
So
I just
how you
copy the code.
sorry?
I just copy the code from remaining students. So sir, they got the same result 350, but I
So you
also did
copied
not.
the code from?
I just copied the code from the upload one. So I just try to just get the same exact answer 350, but I didn't get the 350 or nothing.
Okay. So I think all of you are here, and please let me know who has written this code. Please raise your hand. Who has
It's
written this
me,
code?
Sir Bhagat.
Bhagat. Bhagat, please share your screen.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Bhagat.
Yes, sir.
So you are getting some answer?
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
according to the what we understand, like count the total number of
No,
satellites
just
from.
let me ask
Yes,
some questions. So when your classmate asked for the code, they didn't ask for to understand it.
yes, sir, they do.
Then
I try to understand, try to explain the code, but
okay.
actually I am from CS branch, so it is easier to me to read the understand the code for a longer time. Maybe they forgot. Uh, yes, sir.
Okay. You had explained it already. Okay. Now you will explain again line by line. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, no problem.
Everyone will understand it because I want it to be explained by everyone.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Ruchi, Arun, everyone. You have to explain how this code works.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay.
ये क्या सुना है अगर तुम देख कर रहे हो
And how many of you in this class from CS background?
हाँ यहाँ पे लॉगिन का है ओके maybe I am down दिया ये मेल के ऊपर है then
Everyone, let me know what are your branches in undergraduation.
My one. Arun.
Everyone.
संजीव
So my one is architecture.
No, your voice is not coming clearly.
Arun, my branch is architecture.
Architecture. Okay. And Velicity Jasri?
I'm from electronics and communications background.
Okay. And Alok Kumar?
Sir, civil engineering.
Shivam?
Civil engineering.
Correct.
Sunil Kumar?
Sir, civil engineering.
Okay. Ruchi?
Sir, civil engineering, sir.
And who's left? Arun Kumar Sahni.
Yeah. आप मुझे छुट्टी में देख
Architecture, sir.
Oh, okay. So there is nothing special in MATLAB. Okay. If you understand mathematics, you can understand MATLAB, how it works. Very basic. I'm also from electronics and I started working in MTech on MATLAB. So it is not so tough. You have to just think how it works. Then by yourself, you will be searching for functions, how to call a function. And in this way, you'll start learning MATLAB. This will help you in your thesis work also. Whenever you have to extract some data and analyze that. You have to plot, you have to go for histogram, whatever you want, you can do here. So MATLAB is very helpful for research work also. So before the last class of this lab, okay, not today, the last, at the end of the semester, I want everyone to understand MATLAB code and write basic codes. And you have to show your effort. One more thing I will discuss what we have to do in this course, in this lab. One more thing I will discuss at the end of the class today. That will be your contribution of learning MATLAB, of learning, of understanding this Linux file, of understanding how GPS works. So that will be your contribution, and I want you all to work on that. You have not to just work on by yourself. You have to work in team. So, but that I will last 15 minutes of this class, and every day in each lab we will discuss in last 15 minutes what you have done or what you have to do. Okay, so Bhagat, please explain line by line this code, and after that everyone will explain their code. Okay. Okay, Bhagat, start. Bhagat, Bhagat, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yes. So please explain
Yes, sir.
line by line first. No need
Yes,
of
sir.
any example. Just explain.
Yes, sir. Okay, the first line is code is to just open the Linux file and import into MATLAB. This is the Linux file, you can see. Okay. Second, we are defining the keyword we have to find in the Linux file here, end of header. In the here, if we get the end of header file, it means after the second line, we will get the code at some nth number from the lab. Okay, so we define the str like end of header. If we get the number, then automatically the next line is the total number satellite at some position from the lab. Okay, this is programmed to fetch the first row from the Linux file. So basically, the DL in the DL data, we will get the first row data in this one. Basically, the all first row all data in DL. Okay. So in the third line, we just imported the first row in the Linux file in DL. And now see, say basic. I made a while loop. Okay. Suppose the data, the string file in the header is not in the DL. Okay, if not in the DL, then we'll fetch the next data. If the data is present in the DL, so basically, if we already got the line and the next data will be the data we wanted. Okay, so we'll perform the while loop until we get the end of header data like this. If the data is not present in the line, then fetch the next data. If the data is not present in the second line, we'll fetch the next data until we get the end of header. Okay. So our job is end here. Suppose we get the end of header till now. See here. Okay. Then the next data will be the numbers. Okay. So basically, I added this line to get the 20th line. Okay. So if we count the position from the left to 7, we can see the position is 31 to 32 from the left. Okay. To count the total of substrate, I added a basic variable with 0 and a count 0. Okay, this is simple. And basically a while loop to count 50 times this is basically do the same thing 50 times. Okay, so for the same condition, and counter 1 1 like 0 and then 1 until its counter is less. If the counter is 20, then it will close the loop and run the 18th line. Okay, so let's see the what's inside the code. Like in the first line, no is equal to str num dl 31 and 32. Basically, it will fetch that 20th line. It fetches the 31 to 30th data, like 7 here in the Linux file to no. Okay, I'm just changing the data number, like there is a space and space. So basically, the no will get only a 7 one-digit number. Okay. To add the total number of satellites from 1 to 70, I made a basic sum counter, like see. Okay. So now, like suppose we get so basically in ONO we store the 7th. Now if you want to fetch the 28th line, like here in the Linux file 7. So basically we have to go to 8 position, like 7. So there are 7 data, and obviously next plus 1 data will be this one. Like if there is 7 data, the next 7 data, and then next 8 data will be 7. Okay. So in this program, I made a I to no plus 1. Basically, it will automatically jump to 20 to 28 data. Okay. Like this, and it will assign the deadline DL. Like if you jump to this line, it will store the DL all data in DL and perform the same task until it will add the this data total number of data in a number of satellites. So the counter will continue till 50th iteration, and then it will store the data in total number of satellites. Okay, but this is the output. Like after performing the obvious reason that NO will assign the next data like 50 data in NO. So if you want to see the data of 50, basically we have to perform the NO to display the NO. It will give the data of NO like 7 here and 50 the total number. That's it.
Thank you, Bhagat.
Thank you, sir.
So how many of you have understood this code? Please raise your hands. It's Arun. Anyone else? Velu Shetty?
So not completely, but slight.
Okay. Now Arun will explain this code.
Okay, sir.
Sir, can I answer that?
Yes, yes.
तो सर हमें यहाँ पे जो ऑब्जेक्टिव मेरा है कि मुझे टोटल नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट चाहिए अप टू 50 अबव, मेरा ये फाइंड मुझे करना है। तो यहाँ पे हमने दो कंडीशन दिया है, जहाँ पे एक वाइल जहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है। तो हमने पहले जो एफ डिफाइन किया है, ऑडिबल है कि नहीं सर? ऑडिबल?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
तो जो हमारा फर्स्ट टाइम लिखा गया एफ इक्वल टू एफ ओपन एंड द नेम ऑफ द राइनेक्स फाइल। तो सर हमारे पास जो राइनेक्स फाइल यहाँ पे प्रोवाइड किया गया है, हमने पहले उसको कॉल किया है एफ नाम से। सेकेंड वन में सर हमने जो स्ट्रिंग है जहाँ तक हमारा एंड ऑफ हेडर है, यहाँ लाइन नंबर 19, तो सर हमने स्ट्रिंग को भी इसको कॉल किया है, और जो बी है हमने बी नाम दिया है एफ वेट एल एफ फिंगर दिया है सर। फिर हमने अपना वाइल लूप लगाया है जिसमें हमने कंटेंट किया है बी को और एफ को, और ये वाइल जब तक लगाया तब तक कि उसको जहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रही है पॉप, वहाँ पर वो पूरा लूप के थ्रू वहाँ तक हम आएंगे तो वहाँ पे कोई भी इपॉक स्टार्ट नहीं। फिर नेक्स्ट लाइन से जहाँ काउंट है मीन्स लाइन नंबर 20 से हमारी पहली इपॉक शुरू हो रही है। यहाँ से हम काउंट स्टार्ट करेंगे जहाँ पे 7 है, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग यहाँ पे दिखाया गया है नंबर स्ट्रिंग टू नम। यहाँ जो स्ट्रिंग उसको नम में कन्वर्ट करा गया है, और फर्स्ट वन इज यहाँ 30, देन 31, 32 हमने यहाँ पे डिफाइन किया, 31 से 32 समथिंग हमने यहाँ पे इसको डिफाइन किया। फिर टोटल नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट इज इक्वल टू टोटल ऑफ सैटेलाइट प्लस नंबर। ये हमने एक सिंपल सा एडिशन जैसे भगत ने बताया था, और लूप लगा के आई कहाँ पे बिलोंग करेगा इसको एंड करके काउंट प्लस 1 देन डिस्प्ले कर दिया था।
Okay.
सर मेरा डाउट है सर,
Yes.
मैंने कोड भी वही लिखा है, जो सर रन कर रहा हूँ ना सर, तो 350 भी नहीं आ रहा था मेरा।
You have written 32 to 33.
Arun, put a negative sign after while in the fourth row. Not contain, then we will the code. Not a minus. This is like left to the one number, like a sinusoidal wave. This one is.
और the line number 12 is okay ना, 32, 31.
No, it's
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah, like put semicolon in ninth row.
So where I do mistakes here? Yes, sir.
Arun,
Yes, sir.
I think it should be 31 to 32.
Now it's okay, sir. Yes, sir. Or 350.
Okay. So how many of you can explain this code now? Please raise your hands. Shivam,
Yes, sir.
please share your screen and explain the code.
हाँ सर, कंप्लीट तो एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकते सर, काफी चीजें सर
Just try to
पता
explain
नहीं।
and Bhagat and Arun will help you to understand.
ओके सर। हाँ सर, 4th नंबर से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। इसमें सर रेनेक्स फाइल को सर ओपन करने के लिए पहले सर वर्क स्पेस में रेनेक्स फाइल को सर अपलोड करा है, उसके बाद सर उसको ओपन कर रहे हैं। उसके बाद सर जो स्ट्रिंग लगाई है वो सर एंड ऑफ हेडर, जो सर ये 19th लाइन में सर जो एंड ऑफ हेडर है सर, वहां से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं स्ट्रिंग। काउंटिंग जीरो से स्टार्ट करिए, वो ठीक है सर, इतना समझ में नहीं आया सर ये वाला क्वेश्चन। हेलो
Yes, Bhagat. Bhagat and Arun, please help him. Bhagat and Arun, please help to Shivam. Am I audible?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
So I'm saying that Bhagat and Arun, please help to Shivam to understand what he's asking.
Okay, okay. Shivam, can you repeat that question again?
Bhagat, can you please explain from line number 6 to line number 10?
Okay. So, like open the Linux file again.
Yes, Bhagat, 1 second. Shivam.
Yes sir.
Yes. So what is this fgetl function?
Sir, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Search in. You are working on Drive now. Search in your browser. What is fgetl in MATLAB? Search for fgetl.
सर, तो मैं नेटवर्क में छू गया था तो रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं कर पाया, सॉरी सर।
Try to write f, no space, get to l. And this is not an element, it is a function. fgetl. Now read this.
नेक्स्ट लाइन होता है स्पेसिफाइड फाइल, मतलब सर कि इससे नेक्स्ट फाइल को से रीड करने के लिए।
So it reads line from file. Okay.
ओके
Okay, so what your line 6 is doing?
Sir, it will read from line 20, sir. After the end of header.
Sorry.
Sir,
What your line 6 is doing? Shivam,
yes, sir.
whenever you have to understand a code, you have to run it line by line. In this way, you can see what each line is doing, what is the output of each line. So do you know what is CLC?
Sir, for clear.
What clear
Calculate.
what? Clear?
सर जो सर कमांड विंडो में सर पिछला कोई भी कमांड दिया हुआ है उसको क्लियर करने के लिए.
Okay, and clear?
तो ये भी सर
CLC
सारे
is for
वेरिएबल
clearing the command window and clear for?
सर टू क्लियर ऑल द वेरिएबल इन द कमांड विंडो.
There is no variable in command window. All the variables are in workspace.
तो सॉरी सर इन वर्कस्पेस.
Okay, what is the fourth line? What it does?
सर it opens the Linux file which are in workspace.
No, Linux file is in your current folder. If you are giving directly its name, it will just provide a file ID. You can say FID. To that you can open this folder now. Or means open this file now. So
So
just run the fourth line.
from this folder, sir.
Yes. If you are giving just name of it, then it will search for in the current folder only. If you are
Okay.
providing its name with its path, then it will search for that file on that path, whatever you have provided. So just remove all the semicolons. We'll see what we are getting. There is no meaning for CLC in clear. Just look for the four. Yes. So from 4 to 9, wherever you are getting a semicolon, please remove it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now run your fourth line. Select the fourth line. Run it. No. It will run the whole code. Just select the fourth line, right click on it, evaluate. So you can see FID is a positive number. It means now your file is ready to read. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now run the second line, str. So you can see there is a variable name str in which you have provided string. You can see character here, end of header. Why you are providing it?
To read the to read the Linux file from?
Because what the task has been assigned to you, it is to take the observations from the data section, not the header section. So you anyhow you have to skip the header section. That's it is your approach that if I can find the end of header, the string, if I'm finding that, it means now I am at the end of the header section. Now I can start reading the data section. Okay. So
Okay.
you have to find a string. It is end of header. Then what is the sixth line? Run it. So what is this? This two observation data. Where it is written in file?
Sir, first line.
First line. So by the fourth line, your Linux file was ready to be read. Okay. And in the sixth line, you are reading its first line. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, what you have to do, you have to search for end of header. So a contains function is that it will compare the string in the line, which is d1. You have read the line in the d1 variable, d1 equal to fget lfid. So in the d1, it will try to find the str. Str is end of header. So what it will do, it will run, means in the d1, it will compare, it will try to find the end of header. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you can see it is a loop. While contains, you can understand it in the very simple way. If d1 is not containing the str, this loop will keep running. If it is containing, then that will be the end of the loop. You will not run it again. So while आप कह सकते हो कि जब तक d1 str को कंटेन नहीं करता है तब तक आप लूप को रन कराते रहोगे. And once when contains d1 str is something, there is any value, then this loop will end. Because you at this time you are at the first line and you have to reach in the line where it is written end of header. So you are checking that.
Okay.
Is d1 containing the str? Is d1 containing the str? Line number 1, line number 2, line number 3. Every time it is false. So if this condition is false, you can see the way you have written this line, 7th line. If it is not getting that str end of header, then it will be running. So you checked in the 7th line, d1 contains str. Answer is no. Then the loop will go to the 8th line. What is 8th line? 8th line, you are again running the fgetl. So if you are again running, then it will you will be coming on the next line. It will be line number 2. Okay. Then again it will check d1 is containing str or not. If it is not, then again the line number 8 will run. Now it will come to 3. So do one thing, select the 7, 8 and 9 and evaluate. You can see on the command window. Okay. Enlarge your command window, please. Drag it. Okay, from here you can see also. Just use the slider, go detail upside. You use slider and go little upper. You can see you have to find these 3 lines where you have done it. Yes. So you can see these are 3 lines, while d1 and end. After that, because the condition was not right, okay, so it will run again you can see you are on the second line. D1 is having the second line. Now it will compare, but there is no end of header. Now it will go to the third line. Now it will go to the fourth line. In this way, it is running. For each line, it is checking that there is an end of header or not. Once,
Okay, sir.
if it is getting the end of header, this loop will end. You can see that now the last line D1 is having the end of header. So it checked the condition is right. Means for this, the way it is written, the condition is wrong. So now your loop will end. So now you have reached to that line which is containing end of header. So now again, if you run the fget L, you will be on the next line. And the next line is that line from where you have to extract the information of number of satellites in epoch. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So run this 10th line. No, remove that row, semicolon. So this is your line, and from this line you have to extract the information. What is the information in this line which you have to extract?
Sir, it will sir,
7.
the number of satellites. Sir.
So first you need to know what is the location of 7 in this line. What is the column number that you have to know. And one more thing you have to think. After extracting this information from this line, I have to reach to the next line where it is written. This information is given. So please try to understand the loop from 13 to 20. So what you have to do, you have to extract the information and you have to reach the line number 28. From, you can see in your file, you are at 20 and you have to reach 28. So in this format, you can see if the number of satellites is 7 for this epoch, then there will be 7 number of rows to give you the information of observation. So you can see it is 7 for the first epoch in 20th line. So there is line 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27. So these are 7 lines. So in this way you can understand, if I have to reach to that line in at 28 from 20, so I have to run 7 times from line 20 to 27. If I can run fgetl 7 times, I will be automatically reaching to 28. So in this way, you have to try to understand the code while count is less than 50, because it was our task. Okay. While count is less than 50, until it is right, it will be running. So what you are doing, because in the line number 10, you have that line, the observation data. In line number 14, you are extracting that information. So right here 31 to 32, not, there is no information from 32 to 32. So in 14th line, you are trying to getting that number. In D1, whatever is written from 31 to 32, that will be stored as a number first, then it will be converted in a string. Sorry, it has been read as a string, then it will be converted to number, and then it will be stored in your NO, number variable file.
Oh, okay, sir.
Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
After that, whatever the number is, suppose it is 7, then you have defined a variable in 12, total number of satellite equal to 0. So what you are doing, because every time you have, the code is written for adding the number of satellites in each epoch till the count is 50. So what you are doing, you are trying to add the number every time in every loop. Whenever you are getting the information, you will be adding it. So you have written total number of satellites equal to total number of satellites plus NO number.
No.
So this NO is 7 for this condition. Total number of satellites you have defined initially it was 0. So here it is 0. So 0 plus 7 equal to 7. For the first time you are having the number 7. So now you have to reach to the next epoch, and you know that if you run fgetal 7 times, you will be at 27 number. If you run it 8 times, you will be at 28 number, 28th line in the file. So what you are doing, you are running this fgetal for I equal to 1 to 7 plus 1, it is 8. So 1 to 8 times you are running this fgetal to reach the line number 28. Once you are here, your D1 will be having the information of this epoch, time, and the number of satellites and the PRN of the satellites. Then again, you will go to the, because the condition was not wrong. So you will again go to the line number 14. And you are also counting, you can see on the line number 18, you are counting how many times I have run this code. Because in the 13th line, you are checking if it is 50, it will not run. If it is less than 50, that this loop will run. So what you are doing, you are extracting in the number of satellites in 14th line, you are adding all number of satellites in 15th, then from 16 to 18 you are running the fgetal total number plus 1 times, and you are counting your count is count equal to count plus 1. So
So
you are
16th line से दोबारा explain.
16th to 18. Okay, so just see line number 10. This was D1. You can see your command window. The information is present at D1. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in 14th, you extracted that information, number 7.
Yes, sir.
In 15, you added all the information, means number of satellites.
Okay, sir.
Now you have to reach from 20th line in the file to 28.
Okay.
So you can see if you run 8 times the fgetal, you will be at line number 28. So for that you have to run a loop. So in this loop you can see for I equal to 1 to 8, it means 8 time whatever the statement is written in this loop, it will run. So for I equal to 1 to 8, you will running D1, you are running D1 equal to fgetal. So it is coming from 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 and 28. Now it is at 28. Because it's a loop, you will again go at the first or second line in the loop. You will again go to the 14th line. Then again, because you are at line number 28, it will extract the information. It is 7 again. Then in this way, it will be running. Do one thing.
Okay.
From 11 number line to 18, sorry, 20. From 11 to 20, remove all the semicolons. You will understand it. Run it, evaluate. Now in command window, go to the where your you can where you have run this. Just go upside. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Upside. Where count is 0. This time it is 18. Go where count was 0. Okay, just a little down. This is where you end up. Yes, here. So when you ran it, it is count equal to 0. You can see. Okay. Then total number of satellites. You define this variable. It is 0. It was in 12th line. Now from 13 to 20, the loop will run. Okay. Now go a little down. Yes. So in the 14th line, for the first line of the data section, you got the NO equal to 7. Then in the 15th line, you are getting total number of satellite. So total number of satellite equal to total number of satellite plus number. So total number of satellite was initially 0. You had set in 12th line. Then 0 plus 7 equal to 7. So total number of satellite for this epoch is 7. Then what you are doing? You are running from in the 17th line. For the loop 16 to 18, you are running this 8 times. So you can see the 8 data will be there for D1. So D1 equal to first line, D1 equal to second line, D1 equal to third line. And okay, once you have run it 8 times, you can see in the D1 you are having the information of the next epoch. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So you ran 16 to 18. Now you are at 19th line. Count was 0, but here it is written count equal to count plus 1. So count equal to the count value of count was 0 initially. So 0 plus 1 equal to 1. So count 1 means first epoch done. Okay. Now you will go to the 13th line for checking this condition. So now count is having 1. It is checking is value of count is less than 50. Right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Right. If it is right, then loop will again run. Then again in the NO variable, number variable, you will get the information which is having in the D1 line 31 to 32. Again it is 7. So you can see NO equal to again 7. So what will be the total number of satellite?
14.
Last time the total number of satellite was 7. This time again NO is having the number value 7. So 7 equal to 14. You reach here and you know like the number of satellites is again 7. So I have to run this code fgetal again 8 times. So you can see the other lines also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in this way it is running. It is running and checking until the count is less than 50. Once it is 50, the condition will be wrong. Your while loop will break. It will end. Then in the 20th line, 21 line, you are trying, you are displaying this character, this string, total number of satellites are. In the next line, you are displaying the value. What is the total number of satellite? Did you understand something?
Yes, sir.
So this is how this code is working. And this is very basic. If you don't know what are the functions available in MATLAB, just don't know. Just try to get some examples, look at them, what functions they are doing, they are using, just try to learn them.
सर एक्चुअली सर मैटलैब टाइम रन मतलब यूज कर रहे हैं तो
No problem. Now Ruchi, please explain the code.
Yes, sir. सर स्क्रीन शेयर करें सर.
Yes.
सर इन फर्स्ट लाइन सबसे पहले सर जो हमारी फाइल है उसको हम कॉल कराएंगे एफ ओपन 97 जैन से जो स्ट्रिंग सेकेंड लाइन में सर इंड ऑफ हेडर जो इसमें दिया हुआ है सर इस फाइल में सर ये सर इन लाइन इन 2019 सर इंड ऑफ हेडर इसको सर यहाँ तक कॉल कराएंगे और उसके बाद सर एफ गेट 1 में सबसे पहले सर ये वाइल लूप लगाएंगे सर जो कि कॉल करेगा जहाँ तक ये एस टी आर सर रेंज होगी जो इसकी वहाँ तक ये कॉल करेगा एंड सर फिर सर लाइन 7 इन लाइन नंबर 7 में सर काउंट 0 कर देंगे फिर देन सर टोटल नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट भी शुरू करके वाइल नंबर लूप लगा के सर काउंट लेस देन 50 करेंगे तो फिर सर ये एस टी आर जो होगा वो जो होगा नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट को ऐड करेंगे सर यहाँ से थोड़ा सर कंफ्यूज हो गया था सर
Try to explain, and Shivam will help you.
सर 28 में सर 7 सैटेलाइट्स हैं एंड देन सर कंफ्यूज सर नहीं आ रहा सर यहाँ पे भूल गया
Shivam, help him.
कौन सी लाइन
11
11 में हम कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं एसटीआर को न्यूमेरिक में जो कि लाइन जो कि कॉलम नंबर 32 लिखा हुआ है आपने वैसे 31 to 32 आएगा
32
क्योंकि क्योंकि दो दो डिजिट्स का भी हो सकती है मतलब सैटेलाइट
सर D1 F गेट एल से सर फिर से कॉल कराएंगे उसके बाद 7+1 8 नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट्स हो जाएंगे वहाँ पे सर आएंगे काउंट्स जो आएंगे वो 8 आएगा देन सर काउंट +1
जो 12th लाइन है उसमें सब कुछ ऐड होएगा जैसे कि टोटल नंबर सैटेलाइट जितनी काट हुई है उसमें जब नेक्स्ट वाले की सैटेलाइट आएगी तो उसमें प्लस हो जाएगी उसके
सर
बाद 13th लाइन
7+1
13th
ये D1 F गेट यहाँ पे कौन सा मतलब क्या कॉल कराएंगे 14
ये दोबारा रीड कर रहा है ना नेक्स्ट डाटा जो लाइन है, जैसे कि जिस लाइन में आपका नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट है उसके बाद उस उन सैटेलाइट्स का डाटा दिया हुआ है, उसके बाद उससे नेक्स्ट लाइन वो रीड करेगा।
उसके बाद ये 16 काउंट प्लस
ये इसलिए क्योंकि काउंटिंग आपकी है ना 1 से स्टार्ट होगी, इसलिए 0 प्लस 1 1 होएगा ना।
ओके
उसके बाद
हाँ
1 प्लस 1
यहाँ पे काउंट 0 है तो फिर यहाँ से काउंटिंग 0 + 1 से स्टार्ट होगी अगेन।
जी मैम।
रुचि,
यस सर।
please try to explain again from first line.
What sir?
Start explaining again from the first line.
Sir, in first line, sir, call the file Linux file, and in second line, sir, start end of header, sir, str end of header, sir, that is given in this file, sir, in line number 19. So that is end of header. And in third line, sir, रन कराएंगे, मतलब सर इसमें कॉल कराएंगे कि ये str एंड ऑफ हेडर तक ही रन करेगा सर, ये इस पे कॉल कराएंगे। Then
Shivam?
line
Shivam, explain this line from 4 to 6.
मतलब बताया गया है कि जो str में हमने डिफाइन करा है, जैसे एंड ऑफ हेडर डिफाइन करा है, वो 1 बाय 1 फर्स्ट लाइन से रहेगा जब तक कि हमें एंड ऑफ हेडर नहीं मिल जाएगा, और जैसे ही एंड ऑफ हेडर मिलेगा उसके बाद वो एंड कर देगा लूप को।
सर इन लाइन नंबर 7 सर, इसमें सर काउंट 0 है जो कि इनिशियली इसमें सर दिया गया है 0, देन टोटल नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट्स जो हैं वो भी सर इनिशियल 0 हैं, और फिर सर वाइल लूप लगाएंगे जिसमें काउंट हमारा लेस देन 50 होगा और इन 11 इन लाइन नंबर 11 सर NO इक्वल्स टू STR की जो वैल्यू होगी सर वो नंबर्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी and then total number of satellites plus NO equals to total number of satellites
Ruchi,
yes sir
you need to work more, okay? You all are investing your 2 hours in this lab. And if at the end you are copying just the code and just trying to explain when I am saying, even you are not understanding it very well. So that's not good. If you are investing your hours, then you have to learn something. Try to learn something at least. Okay?
okay sir
Okay. Now Velocity. Okay, Velocity is not here. Alok,
Yes, sir.
please explain the code.
Sir, first line we are defining we are using a fopen function to read Rhinex file. Then we are storing that in FID. In second line we are defining a string end of header because sir, the data which we have to extract is in a data section, not in a header section. So sir, like the PRN number is present after the end of header section. So we are defining in second line we are defining a string after end of header section. That line will be useful for our code. Then in third line we are storing that first line of Rhinex file, and in fourth line we are वाइल लूप सर लगा रहे हैं जो कि लाइन बाय लाइन सर्च करेगा जब तक उसे ये एंड ऑफ हेडर की स्ट्रिंग मिलती नहीं है, और जैसे मिल जाएगी उसके बाद वाली लाइन को वो प्रिंट करवा ले स्टोर कर लेगा डीएल में सर. तो देन सर वी आर डिफाइनिंग सर हाँ सर देन द like the code found end of header, and in next line PRN number is there. Then it will stop the loop and print the next line. After that sir we are putting a counter equal to 0. To find the number of count which we have to go in this code sir, up to like in the question it is 50. So we are creating a loop for count less than 50. Now we are uh, defining a new function or a new variable number equal to, and converting from string to number to store the value which is in the position of 31 to 32 column in Rhinex file. And like sir, this sir in column 33, like after this, and 32 is the position of the PRN number. Sir, after this, we have to jump on the next line where the PRN number for different epoch is present. So after like there are 7 satellite in first count, then it means there are 7 observation are present. So after 7 observation, there is next epoch. So then code will count, sir, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Sir, after for this we are applying for loop I equal to 1, then the value which are getting from sir no is get added to 1, and then next line, in this line it will read sir dl f get 1 fid. So it will find the next observation and it will get added in total number of satellite. And then sir we are written in line 14 to count plus 1. This is for increment in count. Like sir, in next counter, it will from 0 to plus 1. It means 0 to plus 1 equal to 1. The next count will be 1, and so on, sir. It will run up to 49. Then it will come, sir, 49 plus 1 equal to 50, and the loop will be closed. Sir?
Okay. So what you have to do, you have to do what was the task actually. That was to store the number of satellites in each epoch. Suppose till count 50. Okay. So you have to do that in next 12 to 15 minutes. You have to just modify 1 to 2 lines and you'll be easily getting that. Because you understand the code now. So you have to think where you can store the number of satellites available for each epoch. So just try to complete that in next 12 to 15 minutes.
Repeat the task.
Yes.
Repeat the task again.
Yes. The task is the same. We have to find the number of satellites at each epoch. We have not to add that. Okay. So you have to just modify 1 to 2 lines. You can easily get that. What are the number of number of satellites per epoch. So you have to store that in a variable. This is the task, and you have to do it before 16:50.
Like count 1 and the number, count 2 and this number, like.
Yes, count 1, the number of satellite is 7. Count 2, number of satellite is 7. This you
Yeah,
have to store in a variable, not to print on the, means you have not to store on the command window. Okay.
Sir, please.
The way you are adding the number of satellites, you have to just store it and nothing else. Store it in a variable.
Sir, please see the code. I read the code.
Sorry.
So I already wrote the code. Please check my code.
Okay. Show me.
Like this output part, like 1 epoch 7 and then up to 50 epoch 7.
That's okay. You are means showing it. I'm asking for to store it in a variable.
Like each epoch data, like there are 50 data.
Each epoch data.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So please raise your hands if you have completed the code. Okay, so Bhagat, please share your screen.
Yes, sir. So just I added a data with index I plus one. Oh, sorry, not this one. Sorry. Oh, just I changed like added a data, and this is count plus one. Just making it as an index of data, and just assigning the data. In the output is like this one, like storing data in this pattern.
What is the variable?
Data.
Data count plus 1 equal to no.
Like here is count is 0, so index should be 1. So I added just plus 1 for making it index 1. And the data index 1 we are assigning n, and then up to n times, like increasing the index and assigning the data in the
Okay.
index.
Open your data in workspace.
Open in data workspace. Okay. Yes, this one.
Okay. Double click on data.
Yes, sir. Okay, double click.
Double click on data variable.
This one, like a Excel file.
Okay. Come to your command window.
There are 51. I don't know. Oh, command.
This is count plus 1.
Count plus 1.
Should be.
Okay, so we have to. Oh yes, yes. I can just implement a 1. No. Ages in K to 1. Yes, sir.
Jessica, I'm saying open your command window. Show me that. Write your plot in bracket data.
Yes. A linear line.
Yes, because you have joined this line, no? You can
Yes, sir.
do one more thing. No issue. Please learn how to write the things in plot. You can easily plot them. Okay. Okay. So, what about other students? Alok, Arun, Ruchi, Shivam, Sunil. I told you like only you have to modify one or two things, or you can add a simple line here as Bhagat has done. Shivam. Shivam.
Yes, sir.
So have you done that?
No, sir.
Okay. So what you have to do, you have to learn that how to do. Okay. And you all, now the task is the same thing. You have to collect all the number of satellites available in each epoch. You have to store that. All means till the end of the file, till the end of the data section. You have to extract the number of satellite information for all the epochs, and you have to show the plot. This is the task now. You can take 2 days. So till Sunday, you have to submit that code and the plot you are getting. And please now don't go for copying it. Now you understand, you know how to define a variable, you know how to store information in a variable. Like if the x is the variable, then x and the index, x in bracket index equal to whatever value you want to store. So what you have to do, you have to extract the number of satellite information for all the means till in end of the data section, and you have to show the plot. So in this way you can see for what epoch, what was the value of what was the availability of satellites. So this you have to do by the Sunday. And one more thing which I had said in the last 15 minutes I will discuss. So this is a task you all have to show your teamwork, and in one line you can see what we have to do. We have to write a program through which if we give any epoch, like I'm asking that at the 5 p.m. of 14th March, what will be the number of satellites available for me in the sky? और वेरी सिंपली हमें एक ऐसा प्रोग्राम रेडी करना है जिसमें हमें सिर्फ इपॉक बताना पड़े या टाइम देना पड़े और वो हमें ये बता सके कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ अवेलेबल सैटेलाइट्स कितने होंगे किसी एक टाइम पे जो भी हम प्रोवाइड करा रहे हो. इसके बारे में हम सोचेंगे और भी डिस्कस करेंगे नेक्स्ट क्लास में. लेकिन फर्स्ट आप संडे तक जो भी अभी मैंने बोला है टोटल नंबर ऑफ सैटेलाइट्स फॉर ईच इपॉक in the whole data section, you have to extract that information, you have to plot. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the class is over now. Let's meet in next class.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
सर कोई रेफरेंस मटेरियल प्रोवाइड कर दीजिए सर, क्योंकि सर कुछ रहता नहीं है सर, तो फिर सोच ही नहीं पाते आगे कैसे प्रोसीड करना है सर.
Means regarding MATLAB.
यस सर.
Okay.
क्योंकि सर नेट पे भी सर बहुत ज्यादा ही क्वांटिटी है, बट सर देख इतना ज्यादा है कि सर पता नहीं लगता कि कहाँ से स्टार्ट करें, तो सर कुछ मिल जाता तो ठीक है.
You can get the videos in the MathWorks also.
यस सर, बट वहाँ पे भी बहुत ज्यादा ना, मतलब कुछ रेफरेंस हो जाता है कि ये वीडियो बस देख लो या फिर इतना।
Regarding basics.
यस सर, कुछ ऐसा कि सर जिससे हम अटेम्प्ट कर सके सर, क्योंकि सर अभी आपने दिया था तो सर मैंने भी सिर्फ एक ही इपॉक का आउटपुट निकाल पाया कि हाँ 7 आया, बट सर उसके आगे मैं सोच ही नहीं पा रहा था, तो सर यही ड्रॉबैक।
Okay, I'll share 1 to 2 links so that you can use for reference. Okay.
थैंक यू सर।
Okay. So the class is over now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
सर